Tributes have been pouring in from around the world for American soldier and diplomat Colin Powell, who died on Monday from complications from COVID at the age of 84. A four-star general in the Army, Powell served under 3 Republican presidents in senior posts. He was the first black chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff and the country's first black Secretary of State. But Powell's legacy isn't without controversy. He was accused of misleading the public ahead of the US invasion of Iraq in 2003. He made a controversial speech to the UN Security Council, laying out evidence of Iraqi weapons of mass destruction. Those WMDs, however, were never found. Powell broke with the Republican Party to support Barack Obama's presidential campaign in 2008. And earlier this year, he called on then-President Donald Trump to resign, calling him a national disgrace. Colin Campbell has more from Washington, D.C.
Powell will be remembered as an icon in Washington, D.C., a statesman, a politician, a military man who ascended to the highest heights of influence and rank in his area. He was the first African American to achieve the rank of Secretary of State in Washington, and he broke several other glass ceilings. He's being remembered by some of the heavy hitters in Washington, including former presidents such as George W. Bush and former Vice President Dick Cheney, Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin, and Antony Blinken, the current Secretary of State, made comments on Monday about the legacy of Colin Powell. Now, his legacy is somewhat complicated as a man who, again, achieved more than some people expected him to do, a person who commanded attention and much admiration. He also had a complicated history after providing his speech to the United Nations, which implied that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction, which were later never to have been revealed. This led to Powell's restrictions in some of the things that he may have aspired to do, such as run for the president of the United States, which many expected him to do because he was liked by so many Republicans and admired by so many Democrats. However, many believe that Powell's legacy will remain as someone whose personality and his achievement weighed more than his fallibility. Colin Powell, dead at 84,